Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Action Files. My name is Robert Negowesco, and on this show, we're going to be doing a chronological read-through of every appearance of Superman, starting from the beginning in the pages of Action Comics #1. This is a tall undertaking, yes, but this history needs to be explored. It's going to be a daily show, and it's live. Those of you who are familiar with the character Superman, everyone who's watching this is. He's a cultural icon beloved worldwide with nearly 90 years of history. But most of you are probably not familiar with how the character began. As Superman, champion of the oppressed. Things are different. He can't fly at this time. He leaps tall buildings in a single bound. Things of that nature. But also the adversaries in which he comes up against are vastly different than what you would be familiar with. There aren't titanic super battles. You must understand, this is the first superhero. At the time, this cover right here, Action Comics #1, this had not been seen before. A man lifting a car, what is that? That's impossible, right? It's hard for us to grasp this, and I'm going to do my best to try and put us in that mindset and continue to remind all of us that, this was 85 years ago. 85 years ago. I mean, he's a pop culture icon now, but it's hard to imagine the mindset of the people who are first encountering this stuff. So I'll do my best with all of that. To learn the history of Superman from this beginning is to learn the history of comics, and is to learn the history of, the United States and our world at the time. The comic was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, two young Jewish men living in New York at the time. This is post-Depression. We've seen this depicted in films and such, but we're going to try and get into the headspace. This comic came out in April 18th, 1938. Comics were cover dated 2 months ahead to allow them to have some time to sit on the shelves before they were discarded or returned to the publisher. So this was printed by National Allied Publications, which through later mergers and buyouts would become DC Comics. So let's get into the story. Superman by Jerome Siegel and Joe Shuster. As a distant planet was destroyed by old age, a scientist placed his infant son within a hastily devised spaceship, launching it toward Earth. When the vehicle landed on Earth, a passing motorist, discovering the sleeping babe within, turned the child over to an orphanage. Attendants, unaware the child's physical structure was millions of years advanced of their own, were astounded at his feats of strength. When maturity was reached, he discovered he could easily leap 1/8 of a mile, hurdle a 20-story building, raise tremendous weights, run faster than an express train, and that nothing less than a bursting shell could penetrate his skin. Early, Clark decided he must turn his titanic strength into channels that would benefit mankind, and so was created Superman, champion of the oppressed, the physical marvel, who had sworn to devote his existence to helping those in need. And now, a scientific explanation of Clark Kent's amazing strength. Kent had come from a planet whose inhabitants' physical structure was millions of years advanced of our own. Upon reaching maturity, the people of his race became gifted with titanic strength. Incredible? No, for even today on our world exist creatures with super strength. The lowly ant can support weights hundreds of times its own. The grasshopper leaps what to man would be the space of several city blocks. A tireless figure races through the night. Seconds count. Delay means forfeit of an innocent life. The governor's estate finally is reached. Make yourself comfortable. I haven't time to attend to it. What do you mean by knocking this hour of the night? I must see the governor. It's a matter of life and death. See him in the morning. I'll see him now. This is illegal entry. I'll have you arrested. Answer my questions. Are you going to take me to the governor?
No, I won't.
Then I'll take you to him.
Help! Help!
Yes, this is the governor's sleeping room. Don't think you're going to get away with this outrage. It's locked. Yes, and made of steel. Try and knock this door down. Obviously, he does, rips it off the hinges. It was your idea.
What's the meaning of this?
Evelyn Curry is to be electrocuted in 15 minutes for murder. I have proof here of her innocence, a signed confession. Believing the governor menaced by a madman, the butler produces a concealed weapon.
Reach for the ceiling, quick.
Put that toy away.
I warn you, take another step and I'll shoot.
Pow! The bullet ricochets off Superman's tough skin. This is no time for horseplay. A life hangs in the balance. 12 minutes to go. Don't you realize? I've proof she's innocent, and you alone can save her.
Let me see those papers.
9 minutes to go.
Hurry! Connect me with the penitentiary.
Stop! The governor has pardoned her.
Thank God. I told you I was innocent.
He's gone. Disappeared. Yes, but here's a note he left, sir.
You'll find the real murderess bound and delivered on the lawn of your estate. Next morning, as Kent leaves for the newspaper, upon which he works as a reporter, have you heard? The Curry girl is innocent. Let's see the paper. Good. I'm not mentioned. Miles away, in the governor's private chamber. Gentlemen, I still can't believe my senses. He's not human. Thank heaven he's apparently on the side of law and order. The Daily Star office is reached. You wanted to see me? Yes, be seated. Did you ever hear of Superman? What? Reports have been streaming in that a fellow with gigantic strength named Superman actually exists. I'm making it your steady assignment to cover these reports. Think you can handle it, Kent? Listen, Chief, if I can't find out anything about the Superman, no one can. Hurry, Kent. A phoned tip. Wife beating at 211 Court Avenue. I'm on my way. At 211 Court Avenue. Hold it! What do you want? Don't get tough. Tough is putting it mildly, the treatment you're going to get. You're not fighting a woman now.
You asked for it.
With a sharp snap, the blade breaks upon Superman's tough skin. And now you're going to get a lesson you'll never forget. Fainted. Hearing police sirens, Superman hurriedly dons street clothes over his uniform. It would be just too bad if they searched me. What are you doing here? Hello, Captain. I arrived to find the place like this. Looks as though our friend Superman had dropped in to pay a visit. Later. What do you say to a date tonight, Lois? I suppose I'll give you a break for a change. First appearance of Lois Lane, ladies and gentlemen. That night. Why is it always you avoid me at the office? Please, Clark. I've been scribbling sob stories all day long. Don't ask me to dish out another.
Nice looking dame there, eh? Guess I'll cut in. Wait, Butch. Suppose her escort don't like it. So what? If he gets nasty, I'll push his face in. This is gonna be good. I said run along, I'm cutting in.
But this is not a robber's dance.
Trying to get flipped? Move quick if you know what's good for you.
Clark, are you going to stand for this?
Reluctantly, Kent adheres to his role of a weakling. Be reasonable, Lois. Dance with the fellow, and then we'll leave right away. You can stay and dance with him if you wish, but I'm leaving now.
Yeah, you'll dance with me and you'll like it.
Slap.
Why you?
Good for you, Lois.
Lois, don't!
Fight, you weak-livered polecat.
Really, I have no desire to do so. Wait, Lois!
You asked me earlier in the evening why I avoid you. I'll tell you why now. Because you're a spineless, unbearable coward. But Lois!
Let's get out of here. I'll show that skirt she can't make a fool out of Butch Mason.
A few minutes later, a hidden figure observes Butch and his fellow hoodlums leave the roadhouse. Butch forces Lois's taxi into a ditch.
Pull over there.
Let me go.
Get in that car and shut up. What burns me is that I let her yellow boyfriend off so easy. Well, maybe you two may meet again. Then I hope it'll be soon.
Hey, watch out! Someone's standing in the road ahead of us.
Watch me scare him out of his wits.
Look out! You'll hit him! Superman hurdles the oncoming auto. Butch, step on the gas! He's chasing after us! It's the devil himself! Butch's car leaps forward like a released rocket, but it is easily overtaken by Superman.
Yow!
The occupants of the car are shaken out, and the car itself smashed to bits. Next, Superman overtakes Butch in one spring. Just a minute, Butch. Do you mind? This will take but a few seconds.
Ah! Get me off of here!
Okay, I'll cut you loose. Don't! You needn't be afraid of me. I won't harm you. Bearing Lois in his arms, Superman heads towards the city, depositing her upon its outskirts. I'd advise you not to print this little episode. Next morning. But I tell you, I saw Superman last night. Are you sure it wasn't pink elephants you saw? Lois treats Clark colder than ever. I'm sorry about last night. Please don't be angry with me. Clark receives an assignment. Kent, the front page is getting so dull, I've even got a headline card games. There's a war going on in a small South American republic, San Monte, and to stir up news, I'm sending you down there as correspondent. Take along a camera and try to send back some good shots with your articles. Kent takes a train, not towards San Monte, but to Washington, D.C. In the capital city, he attends a session of Congress, sitting in the gallery. Is that Senator Barrows speaking? Yes. Upon leaving the Senate chambers, Clark snaps a picture of a furtive man speaking swiftly to Senator Barrows. When can I see you? I told you never to speak to me in public. My home, tonight at 8:30. At the morgue of a local newspaper. The morgue were like the morgue files where they kept all of the photographic reference and information. So this guy would have known a lot of stuff. Pre-internet. Who's the chap speaking to Senator Barrows? Why, that's Alex Greer, the slickest lobbyist in Washington. No one knows what interests back him. 8:30 p.m., outside Senator Barrows' residence. An eavesdropper listens in on an interesting conversation. I've told you to avoid me in public. What would people think if they knew I had anything to do with you? Quit sputtering. I had to see you. Tell me, do you think you'll succeed in pushing the bill through? There's no doubt about it. The bill will be passed before its full implications are realized. Before any remedial steps can be taken, our country will be embroiled with Europe. Fine. We'll take care of you financially for this. I suppose you're going to be well taken care of yourself. You bet he will. Upon leaving, Greer is confronted by Superman. Who is behind you in corrupting the Senator Barrows? I don't know what you're talking about. So you're one of these silent men, eh? We'll see whether you'll talk. Let go of my hand! Your foot will do just as well. Stop! Stop! We'll be electrocuted! No, we won't. Birds sit on telephone wires and they aren't electrocuted. Not unless they touch a telephone pole and are grounded. Oops! Almost touched that pole. Yow! Look, the Capitol. Let's pay it a visit. Take me down! Take me down! What a magnificent view. Help! Help! I wonder if we could jump all the way to that building. No! No! Don't! Despite Greer's frenzied protests, Superman leaps out into the night. Missed! Doggone it! To be continued. And so begins the startling adventures of the most sensational strip character of all time, Superman! A physical marvel, a mental wonder, Superman is destined to reshape the destiny of a world. Only in Action Comics can you thrill at the daring deeds of this superb creation. Don't miss an issue. And what a cliffhanger. To find out what happens next, watch Action Files Episode 2, The War in San Monte. Well, so that's our story. We're just finishing up. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for listening so much. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the video. Leave a comment if you can. Thank you for sticking around. All right. Take care.